This is Decker. It's my roommate's dog, and he mauls me every morning. Hey guys, long time no speak. So, as you guys probably know, I've been in Canada for the last 5 weeks or so. And it's been a really interesting trip. There's been a lot of ups and downs and a lot of learning. And I must say it is extremely different from being in Melbourne City. The thing I usually say to the people around here is that Melbourne City and cities in general are kind of like the Matrix. And you can meet people and get drunk and be an absolute idiot, and the Matrix just rolls over the next day and you never see them again. But in country towns, you gotta be really careful because you'll get drunk and make a fool of yourself, and then turns out to be some manager of a coffee shop that you always go to or something like that. So anyway, I thought I'd make an interesting little video about 5 major differences that I've noticed between Canada and Australia. So starting with number 1 is that I've noticed when I'm working and I speak to people, people often mirror what you're saying. So I'll be like, "G'day mate," and sometimes the Canadians will be like, "G'day mate." Except the thing I've noticed is that when Canadians say mate, it sounds like they're saying meat. Instead of the M-A-Y-T-E, it's instead of mate, like that, it's kind of like meat, hey meat, thanks for that meat, g'day meat. It's kind of like a more swallowed version of the mate. It was a strange little thing that I've noticed, that they kind of can't say mate properly. So another major thing that kind of stuck out to me as soon as I went into the town center is that everyone in Canada is so polite on the road. If you get in someone's way, they're gonna stick their hand out the window and go, "Sorry mate, sorry, oh, sorry mate, sorry about that." Except in Australia, it's just like, "Oi, fucking get out of my way, dickhead! Turn your blinker on, mate! Fuck you!" I mean, of course, everyone drives on the right, which has nothing to do with courtesy, but it's like completely different over here. But the general courtesies of the road, everyone is kind of a lot more respectful, and you get a lot less horn honking and a lot less people just raging and screaming out of their windows. But in Australia, it's completely different.
Hey, you cut me off, bud.
Oh, sorry about that, buddy.
No worries, bud. Let's grab a beer.
Yeah, we'll have a beer. I've just got to rush down to the store because I got to get some groceries, so...
Some maple syrup, bud.
Yeah, maple syrup would be good.
All right, you have a good day there, bud.
Yeah, you too, buddy. God bless.
Oh, you cut me off, cunt.
The fuck are you talking about? You fucking cut me off!
Fuck you!
Turn your fucking blood! What the blood fuck was that, mate? Fuck you, cunt! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Nah, fuck this. Yes! Okay, so one of the funniest things I've noticed in Canada, which is pretty much common knowledge for everyone else, is that the word cunt it's a big deal. It's a special word. You don't just willy-nilly chuck it around like shit cunt, sick cunt, fucked cunt, weird cunt. These guys use cunt like seriously. I was listening to this dude the other day, and this guy rocked up at our house in a G-string, and he really pissed him off. Except he was like letting him come in out of the niceness of his own heart. So he went upstairs so he wouldn't have to tolerate his G-string antics, and he was like, "Dude, if I was being nice letting that guy come in, but if he came up to my room, I'd be like, move on, cunt." And drops it like it's a fucking huge bomb. Yeah, you can't be saying it like lots, but I do anyway. Hey, could you chuck me a beer? Thanks, man. Sick cunt. Hey man, could you chuck me a beer? Sick cunt. Okay, so I don't know a ton about drinks, and I'm kind of just learning to be a bartender now at a little pub, which is pretty cool. Except when I used to work security at a big casino, I saw a lot of food and beverage, and my girlfriend at the time was part of food and beverage. And when they served cocktails, it was always Cosmopolitans, Long Island iced teas, margaritas, that type of thing. You know, it's real sweet. It's got a little bit of saltiness in it, but that's about as far as it goes in terms of flavor concoction. When I got here, I'm standing at my job and I'm on this pool deck, first day on the job, speaking with the bar guy. Someone comes up and orders a Caesar, and I'm watching him make this absolute abomination. It's like Clamato juice, which sounds really like chlamydia juice, which is just a gross name in general. Then it's got a little bit of ice. Then it's got God, what else is in it? Worcester sauce, Tabasco sauce, salt and pepper, and then it's garnished with like a pickled freaking asparagus or something like that. Now, and it's got a shot of vodka in it as well, obviously. Now, on paper, that sounds like the most disgusting drink you could possibly drink. Like, that sounds like one of those drinks that if you're at a party, everyone's like, oh, chuck all this shit, put it in a cup, you know, the drinking game, and everyone chucks their drink in the little cup, and there's like, at the very end, there's just this disgusting mush that someone has to down. That's what a Caesar sounds like. And it looks like that too. It just looks like someone's like, put dinner in a blender and then served it into a cup. So yeah, tons of people like that here in Canada. It's pretty strange. I myself also like it, but it looks disgusting and it sounds disgusting. And if you wrote it down on paper, it's a disgusting ordeal going on there. Okay, the final funny thing that I noticed around here is that some Canadians literally can't understand you unless you translate your accent. We in Australia or other countries that aren't in the States or Canada are kind of, we grow up on Netflix, or we grow up on kind of like American TV shows or anything produced around this industry, because it's a big industry, right? So we're always hearing the American accent on and on and on and on and on. And for Canadians or Americans, they just mustn't see that much TV outside of their own kind of accent region. So these guys are like awful at picking accents. Like I'm hanging out with English guys, and constantly people are coming up and saying, oh, to the English guys, like, oh, you guys must be Australian. Oh, that's cool, you guys are Australian, cool. Like, no mate, he's English, I'm Australian. And I remember I was even speaking to some Canadian girls, and they were like, so where are you from? I'm like, dude, can you not tell by my accent that I'm from Australia? So this sounds really condescending, and I really feel like a dick when I do it, except I literally have to sometimes. But I literally have to translate my accent from Australian to Canadian. So to give you an idea, I'm in the buy low foods, like one of the shopping markets. It's kind of like Coles, right? And I go up to this guy, and I'm just like, hey man, do you know where the brown rice is? And he's just like, do you know where the brown rice is? Brow right? And then I'm just like, hey dude, do you know where the brown rice is? And he's like, oh, brown rice, yeah man, just down that aisle, okay bud? Yeah, cool. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Like, it sounds condescending that I have to translate my accent, but legitimately sometimes, I was even on the phone the other day, and I was just like asking my, cause my landlord lives with us, and I'm ringing up and I'm like, hello, can I please speak to Peter? And she's like, what? And I'm just like, can I please speak to Peter? I just need to speak to him because he's our landlord. Oh, wow. Wow. I was just like, I need to speak to Peter. And then she's just like, oh yeah, sure, just wait a second. Then I just hear her in the background. I can't understand his accent. Can you speak to him? Hello, how can I help you? Yeah, can I please speak to Peter? Oh yeah, sorry, I speak Australian, it's okay, I'm the translator around here. Unfortunately, Peter isn't at work at the moment, so yeah, could I just get his phone? Unfortunately, we don't give out details like that. It's weird, it's like some Canadians can understand your accent, some can't. And mostly, I'd say about 90% of them are awful at picking different accents, like English, Australian, freaking, I don't know, Brazilian, whatever other transients we've got around here. Well, that's it guys. That brings me to the end of 5 short things I noticed about living in Canada. Hope you enjoyed them. And it's been interesting. I'm just living with a dude at the moment, he's got a dog. And his dog likes to ravage me. Yeah. Have a great day, guys.